Getting to order. The Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good morning, everyone. Housekeeping note, this meeting is being recorded. We typically start these meetings with introductions. So would you like to start? You, yes, sir, please.
Derek Morgan, Chief Probation Officer here in Elk County.
Bob Atwell, Elk County Prison Warden.
Marilyn Seco, the Courier Express and the Daily Press.
Matt Fry, County Treasurer.
Attorney Rick Brown, Solicitor. Greg Bauer, Commissioner.
Fritz Lucker, Commissioner.
Good morning, Attorney Rick Brown, Matt Weasenberry.
Rob, Elk County Chief Clerk.
Emily Anders, Office
Administrator.
Government Default Assessment Office.
Nothing more, IT Director.
Okay, thank you, all present and accounted for. Don't have a whole lot today, it's nice. We have the minutes of the November 20th Commissioner meeting in front of us. Any changes, corrections, discussions? Have a chance to review them?
Make a motion, we approve the minutes of November 20th.
Thank you, Commissioner. I'll second that. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Motion carries. I skipped the approval of the agenda. We're going in a different order today. We also have an agenda in front of us. Any changes, corrections? Look for a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
So moved.
We have motion and second. Thank you, gentlemen. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye, motion carries. No presentations, resolutions, or old business. Under new business, item number 1, we have approval of the 2026 meetings and holiday calendar. We've gone around, we passed this around a few times, come up with what we feel is a good schedule. Any questions, comments? Any further discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for a motion to approve.
Moved. Second.
Motion and second, thank you. Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Thank you. New business number 2, we have a request from our prison for a renewal contract between the County of Elk and Jefferson County for housing in Jefferson, inmate housing from January 1, 26 through December 26 at a rate of $75 per day per inmate. I believe that former rate was $65, so it's a $10 increase. We have our warden here today, Warden Atwell. Anything to add to that?
No, this is a very standard contract. We utilize Jefferson County from time to time to hold an inmate for one reason or another. Fairly standard. Counties have agreements with each other to hold inmates.
Sound great. So Jefferson is one of the surrounding prisons that we keep in our stable.
Yes.
Okay, for use. There was a prison board meeting this morning where this was discussed. So our action today would looking for motion to approve this new contract contingent upon approval by the prison board at their next meeting. So look for a motion to do that.
So moved. Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. Number 3, we have a request from the coroner's office for ratification of a new independent contractor deputy body transporter contract with an individual named Glenn Solik. I believe this contract is the same rate as with our other independent body transporters. Same rate. So look for a motion to approve that.
I'll make that motion.
Make that motion. I'll second that. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Just to clarify, a body transporter, there's a deputy coroner, body transporter. Body transporter is doing just that. They are taking a deceased body to or from the morgue. They're not doing anything involving the coroner action. They're not representing the coroner that way. So just moving the body.
In case there was any doubt what they did.
making sure they don't show up at your door.
Thank you, Pat. New business number 4 and number 5 are both for our assessment department. As we've discussed many times, we've made significant investments and upgrades to our assessment department. Today we have Darla Dipple here. She's been our head cheerleader and implementer. So we'll talk about these both. For now, new business number 4 is a request from our assessment department for a new contract with RBA Professional Data Systems for programming services to enable compatibility with Vision Cama / tax assessment software. Total project cost is $12,600 at a rate of $175 per hour. This is a one-time project with estimated completion date of January 2026. Darla, the floor is yours if you'd like to add anything.
Well, I'll sort of combine the two.
Great.
Can I do that?
Yes, you certainly may.
Okay, so we're in the midst of launching the Vision Cama system, and along with that, having a mobile assessor, which will integrate with the Vision Cama. And with that being said, it'll be easier for us to collect the information when we're out of the field and take that information and send it to our candidates.
Could you explain a little bit what CAMA stands for?
So it is our, that,
Computer aided mass appraisal.
yeah, mass.
Yeah.
Basically, all the data that you collect is field assessors. It's all property data.
Right.
Of every property
All the data, all the sketches, all the, anything particular to that.
that you need to create property assessment.
So correct me if I'm wrong, Darla, that combined with the mobile assessor software will allow our assessors to go out in the field, take their measurements, take their photos, take everything, make their notes, it onto an iPad type or tablet type device. And then when you go back to the office, they will automatically upload into the base system files. So that's potentially a huge time saver, right? Because in the past, you would have to do, the process was what?
It was to take out paper. So we would take out the paper, take our measurements, write that down, draw the picture, take pictures to the cell phone, upload the pictures into the camera system that we have now, and then come back, draw it onto a parcel card, second time, and take that data and PDF it into the camera system we have now. So it was several steps where now will be very efficient coming down and that data.
And basically manual labor of doing it,
Correct.
physically drawing.
Physically drawing it, yes.
Twice.
You know, because you're gonna measure, then you're gonna draw, write it in. Now that's all good.
County has made significant investments into our system department, trying to get them up to new technology and move forward. So we're excited about it. So new business, so it's your recommendation that we approve this request?
Yes.
Thank you. Look for a motion to approve new business number 4.
So moved.
Motion, I can second that. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. And then accompanying that same thing, new business number 5, request from assessment for a new 6-year contract with Woolpert Incorporated for purchase of Cama Cloud, including mobile assessor software and hardware. Initial one-time fees for licensing hardware and training will be $34,885, and then with recurring annual subscription fees of $7,143 till December 31, 2031. Again, we're excited about all the upgrades and possibilities. Yes. Look for a motion to approve new business number 5.
Second.
Motion and a second. Thank you, commissioners. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. So we have a request from our probation department for a new contract with Corrections Development Incorporated / CDBTM EM Division for electronic monitoring software and hardware. Pricing as per probation department needs and according to contract exhibit A. So today we have Mr. Derek Maury, our chief probation officer, here to give us a little more information. Thanks, Derek.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me. So about 6 months ago, I came and we got approval for a new case management system. We're going with AP. Basically, this company is the same company that would actually run our electronic monitoring in my product bracelet, just for everyone to see. What that's gonna do for us is time management and allow us to be more effective. So basically, right now with our current situation, we would have to enter information twice. Officers would have to enter that information twice about personal demographics, et cetera. Now with our new AP system, it'll have, automatically push information to our electronic monitoring. So, really cuts down on, time, for our officers. Also cost, it's a little bit cheaper for our, I call them buddy, that's what they reference them as. Daily price, we go from $575 to actually $550. That's just for the GPS device. We also have a GPS, also alcohol monitoring device that goes from $950 a day to $850 a day. Basically what that does is it gives us GPS location, but also detects any alcohol consumption by taking samples of a client's sweat. Really, really cool technology in these devices. Replacement cost, it goes from $750 with what we currently use to $595 for the GPS monitor. For the alcohol tag, it's actually a little more. It goes from $1,000 to $1,100, but on all the other sides, it's a lot cheaper for us to use the new contract and bracelets. On top of that, with time management, these are so much simpler to use than what we're currently using. I brought the devices, the tool that we're going to take them off with. You bracelet, put the bracelet in, and it'll automatically pop that out.
Anybody want to try it?
That's why I bought it. Why we have one on? Basically,
Now we have a bunch of different lengths of straps. We measure the person's ankle. If we find the right strap, we push around and fix it. Right now, for what we currently use, it's a pain to put it. Like, you gotta wrap the straps around, use a plastic clip to snap it in. If it's not right, you gotta use screwdrivers, break those caps. Now, if it's not right, we top it off and use a different strap. So time management, time is money, if you ask me.
Great, nice stride forward. Does it shock you? Can you
No.
start to shock you?
But it's funny, I can vibrate people.
Wow, can you?
We can put it in pursuit mode too, if we're a person absconds, we basically put in pursuit mode. We can share that with local police departments, state police. It gives us a beacon every 30 seconds where these people are. We can set up zones for different bars, if they're no contact with certain restaurants or facilities, we can put up zones. It notifies us immediately if you step inside that zone. Just a lot of cool technology in these bracelets nowadays.
Are they harder to be cut off than the old ones?
I'm not sure of that. I think they're about the same. There's a lot of different metal that runs through these. With this one, and what we currently use is a scram bracelet. There's places to cut if there's emergencies, and the company will actually step up and cover the cost. We go over that with our forms. Anybody that gets placed on this, if there's a medical emergency, there's a cut here line for doctors, emergency rooms, etc. They said any medical scissors will actually cut through this, but very hard to use.
Don't print that, Marilyn.
Not kidding, I think.
No notifies us immediately of the tamper if somebody cuts it off. Pretty incredible how instantaneous we get notifications with these.
How do you get the notification, like over your?
Text messages, emails, and updates to our now case management system because they're directly linked.
And then if it's after hours, it hits someone's.
Text messages, emails. So I put in our work phones. Say I set up a zone for you, you step in that zone, I get an email. You're in a restricted zone, gives me your location. Alcohol is really neat.
So tell us more about that. Monitors through their perspiration.
Absolutely, it's.
What if they don't perspire around their ankle?
Never had a person that didn't.
Oh, really?
Yep. So it needs very little to actually
Sweat around your ankle.
Well, I didn't want to mention in front of everyone.
take those samples. So basically what happens is we'll put this on. And it has to have skin contact. So this will be placed flat against your leg. So we'll see if it sits better on the outside or inside. And you'll hear it. It's a very minute vibration. It's actually a pump in there taking a sample of your sweat. And it detects alcohol consumption. There's a way to verify that, whether it's a false positive, but we have graphs in alcohol, you'll actually spike, it'll take several hours for it all to come out of your system, as we all know. Alcohol takes a while to get out of your system. So it, I guess, can tell the difference between an actual alcohol consumption or like environmental, a cleaner that has alcohol in it, it'll spike and come right back down. So it can actually verify, and actually give us court documents, so we can use that in testimony.
And they would approve?
What's that, sir?
They would approve?
Waterproof?
Yes, so basically you can shower, bathe as regular. We tell people not to submerge these, so no hot tubs, no baths while they're on. Especially with the alcohol, because we don't want them trying to mask an alcohol drinking.
Yeah, you got to put it in the bucket.
So I mean, you can shower regularly, daily,
You do that.
as many times you want.
That's what I would do.
What would be a reason why you wanna make it vibrate?
Vibrate.
Yeah.
So say we can't get a hold of somebody or to test it, we've had people call us and say this thing isn't working. Because we'll call them and say, you know, where are you? You're not where you're supposed to be. Well, it must not be working. I say, I'm gonna vibrate you, and it vibrates and actually pushes back and tells us that this is actually working.
Well,
Well, it's basically a test.
I don't know.
Nice try, man.
Like, hey, watching. you.
No, we never use it as that. It's more of to test this if this is functioning correctly. So we can use that as a test. It just vibrates it. Same as like when it vibrates to take a collection of your sweat.
So that brings up another question. So can you track somebody at will?
So they have to be placed on our PRC program, in county, or if we accept transfer aids, and that's what some of my next statements were gonna be. Most of these costs are covered through our PRC grant. Probation with restrictive conditions. Part of probation with restrictive conditions, you're on a period of electronic monitoring. That's basically, it's jail or electronic monitoring. There's three things that satisfy a RIP, a restrictive intermediate punishment. That's inpatient treatment, jail, or electronic monitoring. So basically, clients agree to go into our electronic monitoring division, PRC, to save jail days. They get put on this instead of going to jail, which I would make that deal any day of the week.
And you can track them anywhere.
track
We can track, yep, we have them sign releases, consents, that's part of the PRC program. You're allowing us to track you all day, every day. That's part of the agreement. Basically the same as being in jail. We know where you're at every day if you're in jail, but now you have some freedom and you can go to church and stuff like that. We allow all that, but alcohol, drug treatment, we allow that. Mental health treatment, we allow that. But anything else, you have to get permission from us before we allow you. But with the cost, again, if it's not covered through PRC, you're self-pay. A lot of self-pay people are transferring, say, a county wants somebody beyond electronic monitoring. We make them pay up front before we accept that case, because we're not gonna get stuck with the cost. So they'll pay for that upfront if it's a year long, because our DUI laws are changing. I mean, some DUIs are 1 to 7s now. What that means is a mandatory minimum. You have to do a year on this bracelet. So we'll break it down in like 6 months. So you have to pay the first 6 months. Then when we get to month 5, you have to come up for the next 6 months.
Or go see the warden?
Or we're gonna send your case back and they're gonna dispose of that a different way.
Can I just clarify one other thing? I was curious, I thought when you had that on, you were sort of like, you know, free to roam as long as you didn't go in those restricted areas, but are you also saying that there are limits to like a predetermined, you know, church work,
Right, so.
whatever, but I can't just go to Walmart, I can't just go to Tractor Supply, I just can't run around the county and look at leaves and Christmas lights.
Right, yeah, so if you look at PRC, which is now the new intermediate punishment with electronic monitoring, that's our grant that we utilize. The big part of this is satisfying that RIP. Again, you have those 3 options. It's inpatient treatment, jail, or this bracelet. That's how
At
it is.
home.
You're gonna satisfy that mandatory minimum. So a lot of DUIs have mandatory minimums, whether you're looking at 30 days, 90 days, up to a year, depending on 3rd, 4th offense and the severity of that highest rate stuff. So yes, you are restricted. You're restricted to your home, to treatment,
That's it.
to church.
I just can't pop over to the Leckers on Mars Street and say, hey, I'm here to visit.
No, we work with individuals. I mean,
Sorry.
if you're doing what you're supposed to, you know what I mean, and you're proving yourself, hey, now I wanna go to the gym or something like that, we believe in physical health, staying healthy, stuff like that, we can allow them to do that, but. We'll allow them to go to the grocery store, but we can also restrict that if, you know, we'll give you an hour and we just grab it, you went to Walmart and back, you didn't go to the liquor store and back.
Very interesting.
Yeah, thank you.
If anybody wants to see the brace, this is much smaller, much lighter than what we're using now. One of our biggest complaints, as anybody would complain, was the bulkiness of our old straps. This is a lot more flexible, rubber coating. Our old ones were more plastic-like straps. But yeah, very interesting. The technology is above my knowledge, but it's amazing.
That's great.
In-
Marilyn would like to try it on.
Absolutely. Thankful.
I can run fast, so no one can.
So there's.
I just want
Oh,
your picture too.
Absolutely. I thought I was putting on.
Well, I did
what angle?
that, but it wasn't a really good shot. Okay.
Yeah, anybody wants to see it? I
Put it
mean,
around your neck.
again, how we take them off now is breaking plastic, this.
Be emasculated.
So much.
Yeah.
easier.
Yeah, I used to use it back
Did you?
in southern states, like, you know, put the rubber band in there.
Yeah.
it makes baby pumps.
Looks like a castration.
And it has to be-
Well, right now, we're using screw guy, it's just a thing. I mean, that they provide a tool now, it's simple, you squeeze it.
That's great.
That's fascinating.
That was.
That
great.
means, you know, anybody in my office could do that. Right now, there's only 3 or 4 of us that can put bracelets on and take them off because it's that depth.
Wow.
We have to
Yes,
be
ma'am.
trained, and certified.
Could you repeat your name for me?
Yep, Derek Morey, M-O-R-E-Y.
And a person who's going to wear this needs to pay for it like 6 months at a time or something?
If you are a self-pay. So a lot of individuals that get placed on these bracelets are called probation with restrictive conditions. We have a grant that covers most of those days on a bracelet. So if you qualify, there's different restrictions with if you qualify
Buddy,
for
I like that.
PRC, and I can go in depth at however you want me to, but only certain clients qualify for PRC, probation with restrictive conditions. You have to meet all this different criteria, and then you can get placed on the bracelet. Serious offenses such as sexual in nature, you don't qualify, you're going to prison, you're going to jail. We see a lot of DUIs, to be honest, a lot of DUIs get placed on PRC.
You don't find that the cost of it for someone who doesn't have it covered by some other means, is that something that prevents them from getting that?
You will be amazed how people can come up with money if
Stay out
they
of jail.
say it's this or jail.
How much would 6 months cost?
So you take it at, I'm not very good at math, it's about $5.50 a day.
550, that's 180. So,
Go to jail.
Like $5.50 a day?
So $900 for 6 months. But again, a lot of times our grant is funding that. And believe me, we've had discussions in the courts, a lot of counties in this for a different time, different place, but counties are actually making profits on this because they're charging $6 a day because of accidentals and stuff. So then that 50 cents goes to an EM account. So for accidentals to cover anything that we may need, those are all options that we have.
Write that down.
yeah, write that down, make note of that.
Write down.
Yeah, so there's options too.
Interesting. Would that be the judge's decision
Well, yeah,
to change the rate?
That would be his motion. on the advanced account.
that's just, again, brainstorming. of
Oh,
ideas to be had.
interesting.
And they're currently in use?
These,
Yes.
so we did a trial run with these. Right now we are using Scram bracelets. We've utilized electronic monitoring for years. We're just looking to upgrade the technology in the bracelets now to this company. Again, they are direct partners with our case management system. So it's gonna save my officers a ton of time. It's gonna push information where it needs to be pushed.
So what you're asking for is approval to begin using. them.
Using this new company.
Thank you.
I make that motion.
Have a motion?
Second.
I have one more question.
Okay.
How many, probation people do you have using bracelets at any given time?
Anywhere between, I would say, 15 to 30 people at a time.
No kidding.
Mhm.
Wow, okay, great.
And a lot of times, just to add, because you guys ask questions, it pops up, but we're utilizing these more and more for juveniles too.
Oh, really?
Just to be aware, because detention is such an issue in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. We do not have a lot of secure detention facilities for juveniles.
And it's expensive. It's like
Oh.
$800 a
Yes, very expensive.
day.
So we have funding through CYS and stuff like that, that these are being utilized a lot for juvenile offenders as well.
Cool. You're welcome up anytime to explain what's going on.
More information when.
And I enjoy explaining because a lot of times it's, people just don't have the knowledge.
Right.
And why would the average person know about a bracelet?
Right. Looks like a big Fitbit watch
Right.
on your ankle.
But the alcohol, I mean, I would love to show you graphs anytime.
I'd love to test it.
It's amazing. Well, we have.
Enough said.
It's accurate,
Wow, that is wow.
very accurate.
With socks over top of that?
Yeah, so if you're on an alcohol monitor, it has to have skin contact, so you can pull the socks up over your bracelet. But if you're on alcohol, it has to have skin contact. Now, if you're just on our GPS, you can put socks in between it, whatever you want. Because it's just telling you your location at all times. But yeah, I mean, again, they've been tested and it's amazing how accurate they are.
Really neat. Great. So we have a motion and a second. All those in favor of approving new business number 6 for the new contract for electronic monitoring software and hardware, say aye. All right, motion carries. Thank you. Cool. New business number 7, not nearly as exciting, but it's renewal of a bond coverage for our tax collectors as required by the state law. Cost is $37,200.
That's the bond amount.
The bond amount is $37,239,654 for a 4-year surety bond contract issued by Travelers Casualty and Surety Company of America. Mr. Chief Clerk, would you like to give us a little bit more, or is that good?
This is, standard every 4 years. We've got to get them. It's administered through CCAP, so they do all the paperwork, but they're actually getting a gross bond amount, which is a $37,000, which is the total amount that all of the tax collectors and all the county, the money that they're handling. So each one of them are insured for the amount that they're responsible for collecting, and then the individual cost is charged to each tax collector, and also to the county for the time that money is in the county's possession if it were to go missing or whatever. It's protecting, it's a surety bond, so it's protecting from theft. If you had a dishonest taxpayer and they scooted down, this bond was kick in and make everyone whole. So.
Good. So, okay, so the total bond premium is $22,635, and the county's portion is $5,250. So thank you. Look for a motion to approve that renewal.
So, second.
The motion and second, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Motion carries. Thank you. New business number 8, request from Horton Township for their allocation of county liquid fuel tax funds in the amount of $7,000 to be used for oil and shipping. So again, the state sends down liquid fuel tax funds every year. Where the county only acts as a pass through. That amount is divided by a number of our municipalities. It typically stays between $6,000 and $7,000 a piece. And so this is a request from Horton Township. Their request has to be approved by PennDOT before it comes to us. So, it's good. So I look for a motion to approve that request.
So.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye, motion carries. New business number 9, we have a request from the Dale County Solid Waste Authority for reappointment of authority members for a term to expire December 31st, 2030. Those reappointment requests were for Russ Braun and Fred Krug, who have both served on that authority for a number of years. We do have a letter of request from the Solid Waste Authority, so look for a motion to approve that request.
So moved.
Second.
We have motion and a second. Thank you. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. There is no correspondence. Under good of the county, we welcome and encourage the public to attend our meetings. Just one other note, today is our chief clerk, Pat Straub's birthday. And her
72. Congratulations.
big decade. So, next under good of the county, we have Carrie Williamson, our HR specialist and deputy chief clerk. This is pretty exciting, for the county. Carrie was, recipient of this year's P Corp Sherm Dobler Award. So we're real proud of Gary, and Pat's gonna take it from here.
So I guess before we get to that, you know, what is P Corp and what is, you know, who the heck is Sherm Dobler? So P Corp is, again, we talk about P Corp a lot, so it's the Pennsylvania County's risk pool, and basically a self-insured pool, about 60 million in assets now. It was actually founded in the mid-80s because the counties had very much difficulty securing coverage for their needs. And so that, you know, it was cost prohibitive, so CCAP at the time and Sherm Dobler was very instrumental. He was a commissioner from Union County. They put their heads together and decided to start the self-insured risk pool, which was sort of innovative at the time. And he was helped out by John Saladay, who was he was, I think, the first managing director of their insurance operations. So they put this trust together. P Corp is our liability provider. So we've got P Comp, which is our workers' comp, and we've got P Corp, which is our auto insurance, or general liability, those kind of things. So, and it's kind of unique, the way they push out their loss control and their relationship. Normally, what you would do when you're seeking insurance is go to an agent and they would find you a company. Well, we find the company and then we seek a local agent. And our local agent is St. Marion's Insurance. So we've got a local contact for customer service matters, those kind of things. So yes, proud to announce that Carrie is our recipient of this year's award. It's presented annually to the county employee in recognition of outstanding contributions, Carrie, to P Corp's group insurance pool, demonstrates leadership and innovation in all safety matters, and actively participates in their own county's risk management system. Believe it or not, being a champion for safety doesn't win you any personality or contests. So it's very difficult at times, but Carrie does a great job in being a liaison between the P Corp claims department, the department heads, and the employees. It's quite a juggling act. I can tell you that her persistence has really helped the county in its loss control efforts. Great timely reporting. She earns us all of our maximum credits, which is actually 5% of $160-some thousand premium. So that's a savings to the counties. And she's also vice chair of our Elk County Safety Committee. So.
And she was selected for this award by her peers at P Corp, correct?
Yeah, there's 54 of the 67 counties are part of the P Corp program, so it's quite significant competition. You've got a lot of big players in there, so.
And the announcement was made at the annual dinner, so we had a room full of people there.
So congratulations, Carrie.
Be careful how you handle it, don't drop it on your foot.
So Marilyn's gonna get a picture of her down, so great.
And thank you for accepting on my behalf.
They asked us if we could get Carrie down to the CTAP conference under false pretenses, so he could be surprised. It's like,
Figure that.
I'm not sure if he'd go for that.
But something that's not, that's one to that.
Yeah.
Happy to.
Yeah, so it is a feather in our cap, so thank you, Carrie. Okay, please continue to pray for our military personnel, our families and our children, their teachers and all elected officials, and for peace in the world. Questions from the press?
Just want a picture.
Great. And before we move on, I just want to make a note that the 2026 budget for the county will be posted on our website tomorrow and available for public inspection in the commissioner's office.
So we will prepare and forward to you by email a budget narrative that you're welcome to have. It'll also be included with the hard copy of the budget on the website and on the other places, but it'll offer some context and explanation as to, you know.
And
2026.
next year's calendar is also on the website from.
It will be, and I'll email you.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah, great. Okay, comments from taxpayers? Nothing? Okay, I'll look for a motion to adjourn.
So
Meeting adjourned. Our next meeting will be at 10 a.m. on December 18th, right here in this very room. Thank you, everyone.